Hi everybody. Little bit different today. I thought I'd enjoy my Harry Potter room. So come into my Harry Potter room and let's have a chit chat. Or better yet, how about I babble and you guys listen? I have no clue what I'm talking about today. No clue. All I know is that since I showed you guys my Harry Potter room, I wanted to film in here. I think tomorrow I'm going to film that way so you guys get to see my other bookcase with all the nice little bottles in it. The one thing I do want to mention today is that I finally used, because I'm still going through all my palettes. Yes, I am. It's a never-ending story. So today I used my Goddess palette from C Color Cosmetics, which is supposed to be a dupe for the golden palette, I think, from Natasha Denona. So I watched a whole lot of videos yesterday about what colors to use and how to apply them, and there was one that I just absolutely loved, and I'm like, there's no way I can do that. I can try and end up looking like ew with like makeup all around here. So I did this. I did this little look today. I hope you guys like it. What did I use? See, the problem with the C Color Cosmetics, the only problem is that they have no names. So I used this one. I used this one. I used this one. And I used this one. This one was spectacular. I can just imagine. Oh, sorry, I lied. I also used this one. So I used 5. 5 out of 15. That's pretty good. So next time I use this palette, I have to use the hard colors. This is what I really wanted to use today, but they looked so hard. And I'm so not talented. I mean, I can't even draw in the lines. The proof is there. It's all around. It's like, I still like it. Just look at me from afar. Maybe the fact that I can't see straight from close up is a good thing. Hello. Oh, good grief. So yeah, there is that. And there is my Harry Potter room, my beautiful room. My husband keeps complaining I don't use it enough. Well, guess what? I'm using it today. I really do like this room. I need to, that's what the table is for. I need to work on my junk journals. I've got, actually, this one right here, which I got everything prepared for it. It's just a matter of getting the pages cut out and other pages made. This is the book I picked up from, well, it was a thrift shop. Which one? Value Village, I think it was. Beautiful book. I don't want to scan through the pages too much because I don't want everything to fall. But look at the art in here. You know, I want to keep that page. See, that's the problem when all the pages you want to keep. Look at this, you know. But what I want to do with this junk journal is my genealogy. This was created, oh my God, 30 years ago. It had to have been made 30 years ago. And I've got a list of these are certificates of baptism and wedding certificates. And there's a copy made here of one of them that's smaller, and all sorts of stuff in here that I want to create as a junk journal in this book. Now, the only problem I have with this book is that it's massive. It doesn't fit anywhere. But I kind of had to because this doesn't fit anywhere. So I have all this stuff in this book. It's letters from my grandmother. My grandmother's gone. My grandfather's gone. I didn't know them enough. They raised me for the first 6 years of my life, and then I stopped knowing them. I used to call when When I moved out on my own, I used to call my grandmother once a week, every Sunday. I still didn't get to know her enough. I really didn't. I really more letters from my grandmother. I've got clippings of my cousins and how proud my grandmother was of their achievements when they were young. I mean, they're amazing entrepreneurs now, but this is when they got their start, and my grandmother would send me this. I've got my certificate from Young Drivers. The stuff I have in here is absolutely insane. But that's what I want to do. I want to create this. But my problem is I am so not good when it comes to art stuff. My brain doesn't work that way. This side of my brain is just like, it's almost like it was never turned on. Never, ever turned on. This side has been shut off, or at least it's on exceptionally low volume. But that's only the past 3 years, and every year gets lower and lower. I don't know when it's going to be turned off. But this side has never been switched on. So when it comes to the artsy stuff, it's so hard for me to come up with it. This is very embarrassing, this story I'm going to tell you. I was in grade 2. We had to create a tree. We had to draw a tree. I didn't know how. I remember going from friend to friend to friend trying to find out how to draw a tree. And finally got something done on paper, and because it was done in watercolors, we had to leave it out to dry. And the next day, I stole somebody else's tree because I didn't like mine. How bad is that? I am 53 years old, and I remember this story from when I was 7. It is almost 50 years old. It's a 45-year-old story that still haunts me to this day because I am so awful at art. I'm trying to force it. I created one little junk journal. I did. And in there, that one is about deceased family. I know it's morbid, but I needed a place to put the little cards that you get when you go to a funeral. You get a little card in more memoriam. You've got the picture and a nice word. And I had my great aunts. I had another great aunt, and my uncles, my aunts, my grandmother. I had to have a place for those people. They deserved a proper place. So that was the first junk journal I created. Don't know how I managed, but I forced myself and I did it. It's not the best junk journal, but it is my junk journal. And I can go in there and I can look at the people who have gone from my life. But now I want to create this one. I want to create one of the family history. I can't get my head wrapped around it. I think I might need to find something a little easier. I've got some others. I threw out a couple of others that I'm just like, there's no way. Because I had like 7 or 9 that were ready to be done. I'm like, no, okay, those are gone. I just want the very good ones that are close to me. I've got one from when my husband and I first started out with things like, he was the first one to take me to see the Phantom of the Opera. And I've got the big book and the tags from the shows and whatnot. That I want to create that. I want to create that junk journal. So maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to start something easier than the family history. But if there's anybody out there who's had the same issues as I have when it comes to, the left brain not working, did you ever get your left brain turned on? Has anybody ever done that? Because it doesn't want to work. Oh, what else can we talk about? We can talk about Can somebody name my owl and my raven? Those two don't have names. My gentleman, like yesterday when I showed you, if you saw it, if you didn't, go see it. It was Jacob and Jonathan. My gentlemen in the pictures have been named Jacob and Jonathan, but my owl and my raven do not have names. Same with my rat. I just saw my rat up there. I'm used to the rat being on the floor because we used to have a carpet here and the door wouldn't close. So my rat for essentially 3 years was under the door, keeping the door open. So my rat, my raven, and my owl need names. Help me with that. That would be awesome. So there we go. Now I can tell my husband I am using my Harry Potter room. I just have to turn around. Every video gets a different angle, that's all. Or maybe tomorrow I'll have you guys look at Jacob and Jonathan and Snape. That'd be good. Thank you so much. Please, please leave a comment. I need help with those 3 names. Owl, raven, rat. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel. A bientôt!